sure to check out Agelessgeeks.com for your figures and collectibles. Be sure to check out our podcast, hosted by me, Daredevil19, and Starblast Studios. The link to our podcast on Spotify is in the description, and we do a lot of awesome topics from figures to anime and just a ton of other stuff. So what is going on, my fellow collectors? How is everybody doing today? Daredevil19 here, and today, in this video, we're going to be going over my top 10 most wanted Aniplex Buzzmod Demon Slayer figures. Demon Slayer is one of my favorite things, period. One of my favorite anime or manga series, and I'm absolutely in love with this show. When I first discovered it, I was into it right from episode 1, so I do love this series with a passion. So there's a lot of characters I want to see them make into this line. So without further ado, let's get into it right away and start it off with some honorable mentions. Alright, so first here, we're going to start it off with 5 honorable mentions, then we'll get into the top 10 list here. So coming in at number 5 on honorable mentions is Rory. If I said his name wrong, sorry. It's a very, I don't know, some Japanese names or words I cannot pronounce, but Rory. He was the Upper Moon, pretty much the main Upper Moon from the first season that they fought at the end, the Spider one who had the family and everything like that. I think a figure of him would be awesome. He was probably the only Lower Moon. Sorry if I called him an Upper Moon before, but he's really the only Lower Moon that I liked. We didn't really get to see many of them. We only saw a couple or a few, but I think he would be a pretty cool figure to add into the line. Alright, so number 4 and 3 I'm going to do together because they're the same character, just different versions of her. So, little kid Nezuko and then adult demon Nezuko. So, would definitely love to see them make both of these figures. I do want the adult demon one more because she was just badass when that happened, when she started fighting Daki. So I would definitely prefer that version over the little kid one, like when she shrinks real small, like when, not Shinobu, Kano? Is that her name? The one that's under Shinobu. When she was trying to cut her, and Nezuko shrank real small, and she just kept jumping. But yeah, would definitely love to see both those versions of Nezuko in the line. So now, the last 2 honorable mentions here. So number 2 is 3 characters, but they'll probably share a lot of the same parts, and that is all 3 of Uzui's wives. I think they would be awesome additions to the line. Like I said, they would share a lot of similar parts, but man, I wish Buzzmod would lower the prices a little bit, because they are so damn expensive. So yeah, would definitely love to see all 3 of them. You could have them displayed with Uzui, which would be awesome. So that's number 2 honorable mention, and number 1 honorable mention is a battle-damaged / bloody version of a character, and that is Rengoku from the end of the Mugen Train arc or movie. So would definitely love for them to make that. We got the regular version. They wouldn't really have to do too much more. Just add some blood, some more battle damage, you know, and that's all it could be. I mean, they could make it like an exclusive. If they really wanted to, they could. But I would rather them just stay with the regular releases. But yeah, would definitely love to see a bloody battle damaged Rengoku. So those are the honorable mentions. Now, let's get into the list, shall we? So now, coming in at number 10 is one of the Upper Moons, one of the higher ranked ones, and that is Doma. I haven't seen much of him yet. I saw a little bit of him in the manga, and we saw a tiny bit of him in the anime. Oh yeah, some of these characters will be spoilers if you have not read the manga. Most of them we have seen, so keep that in mind. I'm not going to spoil really anything from the manga. Like, I'm not going to have pictures of the manga spoilers, you know? So there's just some characters we have not seen yet in the anime, so keep that in mind. Alright, so yes, Doma would be... I haven't really seen his personality too much, but a lot of people seem to love him, and he does seem like a unique demon or upper moon out of all the upper moons. Like, he's more comedic and laughs a lot and thinks everything's a joke, which is funny. And Akaza hates it. He wants to kill him, which is funny. And then it's funny how the upper moons are. They all almost like hate each other. It's the top three. All right, so that is number 10, Doma, which we will be seeing much of him very soon, but not yet. All right, so now, moving on to number 9. And coming in at number 9 here is Kanao. I believe that's how you pronounce her name. If I say some other names wrong, I do apologize. But yeah, would definitely love to see her in the line. I feel like we will later on, and that's because we see a little bit more of her. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna make her at some point. Plus, what was it, season 1, with how like Tanjiro is kind of pretty close to her. I feel like they're gonna end up getting married by the end of the series. I could be wrong. I haven't read the manga. Like I said, I only read bits and pieces of the manga, but I feel like she would be an awesome addition to the line. So that's number 9 now. Let's move on to number 8, and number 8 is the strongest current Demon Slayer, and that is Gyome. And he is also very unique compared to the other Hashiras. He's also the strongest Hashira, that's what I meant to say, not just current Demon Slayer. He is the current strongest Hashira, but he is blind. He does have a very unique look, and he's not the traditional swordsman. This could be a bit of spoilers, but he does not use a sword, as a picture probably popped up as you see what his weapons are. So he has an axe with a chain connected to it, then on the other side is like a mace, just the ball part with the spikes on it. So he has a pretty brutal demon-slaying weapon, and I cannot wait to see him use it in the anime. So, yes, definitely want to see him in the line, and that is number 8, now coming in at number 7. And coming in at number 7 is a character who had a very small part. I believe we see him later on, from what I was told, and that is Sabito. Now, Sabito. Now, Sabito, early on, he became one of my favorites, and he just had a very small part, but he did really help Tanjiro, really help him get to that next level. He was the one that helped him cut that boulder in half, pretty much. So, yeah, him and the girl were already dead, so it was pretty much like the ghosts of Tanjiro's teacher. I forgot his name or how to pronounce it. But yeah, a Sabito would be a really cool figure to add into the line. Plus, Gyu wouldn't be around if it wasn't for Sabito. Alright, so that is number 7. Now coming in at number 6 is, spoiler, Upper Moon number 1, which is Kokushibo. Kokushibo is the twin brother of the most powerful Demon Slayer of all time. He was his twin brother. He ended up becoming evil and ended up becoming a demon, as you can see in the pictures here. But to me, he's one of the more scarier looking upper moons right here. And he is no joke. I did read the story with him in it in the manga, and it was really good. Really good. But yeah, I would, whenever he is a bigger part in the anime, I would love to see them make him in the line, which I know they will, because he is a huge fan favorite as well. So that's number 6. Now let's move on to number 5. And speaking of twin brothers, here is Kokushibo's good twin brother. And this is kind of like a spoiler. He is, or was, the most powerful, strongest Demon Slayer of all time. Muzan was frightened and scared of him, and he almost killed Muzan. And that is Yoriichi. And Yoriichi, like I said, was the most powerful Demon Slayer. He had the same earrings Tanjiro wears. That's why Muzan is extremely cautious and paranoid of Tanjiro, because of Yoriichi. And I'm pretty sure we're going to see Yoriichi's backstory. Either someone at the Demon Slayer Corps is going to tell Tanjiro, or Hashira, or maybe even the leader, I forgot that guy's name, who's blind from, well, of course he's blind from the eyes up, but I mean he's scarred like from the nose up and blind. That guy might explain to Tanjiro who Yoriichi was, or we might see Yoriichi once Kokushibo becomes a bigger part of the story. So yeah, definitely want to see Yoriichi in the line, and I know a lot of Demon Slayer fans or Buzzmod collectors of this line would love to see Yoriichi as well. So now, coming in at number 4 is someone who we recently saw in the anime, and that is Gyutaro. I love Gyutaro. He is probably, besides Akaza, he's my other favorite demon at the moment. I thought he was great. He was very creepy, and they did an excellent job with his character, and I'm pretty sure he's going to be the next figure announced in the line, because we're getting his sister next. She's the latest reveal Daki that we've gotten, so I mean, if they're making her, they're gonna make Gyutaro, and I know he's gonna be next, so I cannot wait to see how awesome his figure's gonna look. But yeah, he's really high up on my list. So now moving on to the top 3, coming in at number 3 is Uzui, but it is just like with Rengoku. I want a bloody and battle-damaged version with the left hand chopped off, half of his left ear cut off, and part of his face. Blood, you know, we can get the interchangeable face with just the blood all over his face. Then we can get the other one with part of his face chopped off. So there's a lot of things they could do with Uzui's bloody battle-damaged version of him, because we did get the regular figure, which I absolutely love, and Uzui's just... at the moment, he's my favorite Hashira, so that's number 3. Now number 2, if I pronounce his name incorrectly, I apologize, but he is one of my favorite Demon Slayers, or he is one of my favorite Hashiras that we have not seen fight yet. We saw him for a couple brief moments in the anime, and that is Igoro. I think that's how you pronounce his name. I could be saying it wrong, but he looks like he is one badass mother ever. I cannot wait to see his backstory. I've read his backstory. It is so screwed up, and you find out why he covers his mouth. And there's also a reason why he has that snake with him as well. But he is a very... I love his character design as well. And once he becomes a big part of the story, they need to make him. I know they will. They're probably going to make every Hashira. Like, when Season 3 begins, we're probably going to get Tokito and Mitsuri, I believe her name is, because they are the main Hashiras in the Swordsman Village arc. So we're probably going to get them, I feel like, after Gyutaro, because they're going to be the next main new characters in the series that they keep making figures of. So that is my number 2. A lot of people, I believe that's their favorite Hashira. So number 1, this I feel like will become my favorite Hashira once I either read more about him or I see him in the anime, and that is Sanemi. Now, he's the one that tried to make Nezuko bite his arm when they went to the Demon Slayer Corp headquarters, I believe, and that's him. And he reminds me so much of like a Vegeta. Like, he's such an a-hole. But I feel like, I do know there is more to him. Like I said, I haven't read it yet, but I do know that. And there's a lot of stuff we learn about him later, and I feel like he's going to be my favorite Hashira once I learn more about his character. So he definitely is my number 1 most wanted figure in this line. And like I said, we're going to get every Hashira. It's just when they'll pop up in the anime, because that seems to be when Buzzmod starts making these characters. Like, we got Uzui once the Entertainment District or Red Light District arc aired on TV in the anime, not the manga. So yeah, I'm sure we're going to get all of them. Same with the Upper Moons and Muzan, and we'll get other characters as well. But yes, that is my top 10 most wanted Aniplex Buzzmod Demon Slayer action figures. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and let me know in the comments your top 5 or top 10 most wanted Buzzmod or Figma Demon Slayer figures that you cannot wait for them to make. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and don't forget, I will catch you on the next episode of Daredevil 19, and I will also see you guys later.